Hello, Tangerines from an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico.
This is actually our very first all-inclusive resort ever, and it happens to be during coronavirus. So we'll see how this goes, but before we show you this awesome place, we've seen a little bit of it already, we should show you how we got here.
It was quite the journey.
After packing up our suitcases for our 3-night, 4-day stay at the resort, we loaded everything up into our Tangerine mobile and set off on our journey. Part of our drive was on the highway, then we went through the mangroves and into the jungle of the Riviera Maya. And approximately 12 minutes later, we arrived at the resort. It was quite the trek, as you can see. Thankfully, we weren't too exhausted from all the traveling we had to do to get there. Alright, we arrived at the hotel, Ocean Coral and Turquesa, and it was a little bit of a shuffle when we first got here in terms of like where to put the car, when we dropped our luggage off and everything.
How many luggage? 2?
I'll carry this.
2?
Yeah.
Get the sanitizer in. Did you pass by the sanitizer mat? Yeah. Please, we have to scan this questionnaire. This QR is about yourself. It's very important that you follow the process, okay?
Then we had to fill out a health questionnaire to basically declare that we didn't have any symptoms, where we have recently been traveling. We checked in, kind of your standard thing, filling out forms, another signature declaring that we don't have any symptoms.
Yeah, that works. All right.
They gave us our room keys and then also a little health kit that includes hand sanitizer, wipes, and masks. We just made a reservation for one of the restaurants tonight because they're not all open, which means we have to like basically think ahead a little bit and book something before it fills up. And now we are going to head to the room.
Hola. Hola. You got your room already?
Sí, vamos a 10206.
10206. ¿De dónde nos visitan?
De Puerto Morelos.
¿De Puerto Morelos? ¿Viven en Puerto Morelos?
Sí.
Muy lejos.
Sí, muy lejos.
¿Originarios de dónde son?
De Arizona.
De Arizona.
Originalmente.
Pero viven en Puerto Morelos.
Sí.
Oh, qué padre. Mire, su habitación está bajando esta escalera hacia mano derecha. Este es el edificio 11 y el próximo es el 10. Ustedes van a estar en el 10. Están conectados los edificios.
Okay.
Ya traigo ese equipaje un momento, ¿ok?
Okay, gracias.
Here we are. Oh, aire acondicionado. Oh my god.
Oh, the AC feels good.
Oh yes. Oh, bring it, baby. Ooh, I like it.
Okay, nice.
Gracias.
¿Todo bien en la habitación?
Sí, todo bien.
Muchísimas gracias. Disfruten su estancia.
Gracias. I'm gonna give you a tour. Very excited about this. Going to the left here, this is the baño. It even has a tub. I'm so excited for this. We literally, I think we almost picked this solely for this tub. And the price, of course. We'll tell you about that later. So they have some things here. Antibacterial gel and a whole bunch of shampoos and conditioners and things, shower cap, vanity kit, washcloths, a nice little sink, of course. We've got a hairdryer and a close-up mirror so you can see all your pores if you want to. Coming in here, it is the shower, which is a nice rainfall, I think this is called rainfall type shower. Something unique is that here's the bathroom. It reminds me of like a public toilet where you have it kind of in its own little stall. Looks like your average bathroom though. And then a phone in case you need to... Oh my gosh. Did you just do that? No. That was really creepy, but I'm just gonna continue with the tour. So we're gonna go out of the bathroom here and we have a bunch of closets. So in one we have a safe and then where you can hang some clothes. In the other, we have some hangers. These are the pool towels and a steamer, I think this is. I've never seen that be included in a hotel before. Maybe I'm sheltered, but I've literally never seen that. And then here's the main room here. So we have a coffee station and they included some water bottles. I don't know what's in here. Nothing. Okay, fun. A TV here, a bed, which does look pretty comfortable. We've got... Oh, here we go. Test it out. Oh, the bed moved. How is it? It looks a little hard, actually.
No, it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be good? Okay, good. All right, so then continuing on in the room, we have this special little area here, which is the mini fridge. They have 2 beers in here and some more water bottles and some sodas. Here's another view of the room. I really like this flower there. That's cool little wall art. And then here's kind of the living space where you can see out to our garden view. I'll show you in a moment. We've got a desk here. It's coming out here. Oh, the door is open. Did you do this?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, coming out. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. So here's our garden view. I can hear some music playing, so maybe the pool is nearby. It's pretty nice though, this little garden. We can see some of the resort over that way. I'm happy with this room. I'm excited for this week!
Because resorts in this area are only allowed to operate at 30% capacity right now, they're rotating which restaurants are open on any given night. So I think there's about 9 total restaurants on the property and 3 are open for dinner tonight. So we made reservations at one called Blue Moon as soon as we checked in, and it's supposed to be a romantic experience.
Sí, qué romántico. ¿Romántica?
Hola.
Hola.
How are you?
Muy bien.
Just a moment, please.
Okay. We got to the restaurant Blue Moon a little bit early, about 15 minutes before our reservation. Our reservation's at 6. We got here at 5:45, and they said, we're not serving food yet, but we can get you some drinks and get you a table. So we got sat down, ordered our drinks, and then there's a QR code on the table where you can pull up the menu.
And then the silverware comes like this. It's a completely sealed bag, actually, with the silverware and napkin in there, so that's pretty cool.
I'm sure that's because of COVID,
Oh, yeah.
and they wouldn't do that otherwise.
And that's why I'm saying it's pretty cool that it's all sealed up and like probably sanitized and everything. And no one else is here, so as far as I'm concerned, we got the whole restaurant to ourselves. Yeah, yeah.
Just about everything on the menu here at this restaurant is included in the price of the resort, but there are 2 items that you can get that are extra. One of those is a lobster tail, and one is like a big old steak or something like that.
Angus beef, Chateaubriand. Is that how you say it?
This is like a Mediterranean / French restaurant, I think. For my appetizer, I got the beef tartare, and I have no idea what to expect, but here it is. It's good.
I got an artichoke arugula beet salad. It looks pretty good, a little simplistic, but you know, appetizers shouldn't be too heavy. I'm really digging this ambience at this restaurant. We did choose the absolute earliest time we could come, and there were a lot of reservations left, but there's only one other table here, so I feel very secure about being out without my mask on and everything. We can hear the music from the pool over here, which to me it sounds very tropical house-esque, which is one of my favorite styles of music. This is nice. This is really nice. And we can order whatever the heck we want off this menu. I mean, yeah. And there's no mosquitoes right now, and there's like a breeze, and we're in the shade. It felt pretty hot and very, very humid before. The weather today was shiny, very shiny. Now it feels awesome. I see a cat. So the first plate I got for my main dish was a steak, and it was
Not very good.
not my favorite. Yeah, pretty chewy, but luckily there are some cats on the property, and they were very happy to eat everything that was off my plate. Like, one came around, I gave it a little piece, and it just...
Skinny cats.
Skinny, very, very skinny. They need some help. So I gave them all that, and that made me feel a lot better about not wasting what was left on my plate. We decided to share a shrimp dish with polenta, I think it is. And it looks really good. I'm excited to try this.
For dessert, I got tiramisu, and Maddie got a macaroon.
I hardly ever get to have gluten-free desserts.
I really like that one. I had some bites of it.
Good.
You can barely see it, but there's a beautiful sunset here tonight. That was a decent dinner. What'd you think?
I do hope that some of the other restaurants are a little bit more impressive.
My rating on that place, not bad, not amazing.
Yeah, very much average.
Time for the poop. I can only see your body under the water. It looks like you don't have a head. This is so funny.
It feels good.
It does feel really good.
I don't think the bar is open right now, but this is my dream, like since as far back as I can remember, to be able to swim up to a bar and order a drink. I've never had this experience like a pool bar. So cool.
We just got back from the pool, and I don't know if I've ever stayed anywhere. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the camera. And I don't know if I've ever stayed anywhere where room service was included in the price of the hotel. So we just ordered some room service, got another dinner, and some dessert. So room service just arrived. Let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh, this whole thing for that tiny piece of cheesecake. I mean, it looks good, but I feel like I should have ordered 5 of them. Next, oh, that's my club sandwich. And then we have Maddie's grilled chicken with bacon and some veggies and rice. And then I think there's gonna be fruit. Yep. Are you ready for breakfast and bath?
Dinner and bath? Yes, I am. Good morning. It is now our first full day at the resort and we are going out to find some cafe. Well, we walked over to where their map said the cafe was, but it was nowhere to be found. Luckily, we did make a new friend. Hola.
Hola, señor.
Buenos dias. Oh my gosh, we're actually really close to him.
Yeah.
We ended up walking around the resort for about an hour looking for coffee and we couldn't find a single place that was open. I'm guessing this is because of the adjusted hours for COVID, but it's not really clear. It does seem like they've moved some things around a little bit since the cafe wasn't where it was supposed to be or that the map said it was going to be. But eventually we found our way to the lobby. Well, so they do have coffee in the room that you can make in a not so great coffee makers, so we decided to try and find, first I was looking for David's Bar, I guess that doesn't open until...
David's Cafe?
Oh yeah, David's Cafe, and that doesn't open until 11. It's 8:52, and then this bar in the lobby apparently doesn't open until 10, but they still did make me a latte frappé. ¿Puede querer un latte helado entonces?
¿Dos?
Solo.
Uno.
And you ordered a shot of espresso, so that's nice. Caffeine! Well, we were going to go back to the hotel room and freshen up a little bit, but we just found out that their breakfast restaurant is super close to us, and some food actually does sound pretty good right about now.
So you go up there, it's like buffet style, except you don't serve yourself. You tell them what you want and they put it on a plate for you. And I got some French toast, some scrambled eggs, and some bacon.
And I got your typical breakfast food, bacon, sausage, eggs, some fruit, and flan, of course. I love my flan.
I'll give that buffet style breakfast 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 for me. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. I think the service was sorely lacking. I waited at one point for over 15 minutes for someone to serve me at one of the buffet stations, so that's not great. But I think that is the only breakfast option that we're gonna have since some of the other restaurants are closed, so we're gonna make the best of it.
Yeah, and we didn't pay extra for their privilege service, which would allow us to have room service for breakfast. Voy a querer alarm clock, por favor.
Alright, let me give this a try. It's pretty charged.
Guys, this girl's a genius. She just had the idea that I should add some tequila to this, and I have tequila in the room, so definitely doing that.
And I look like a hot ass mess, so we're about to go back to the room and cool off in the air conditioning. Oh, that's the way to do it. If you followed our channel for the past 2.5 years, then you know by now that we are budget travelers, but there is no better travel hacker, price hacker than this one guy I know. Give it up for Jordan!
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Maddie. But yeah, there's a reason why we haven't stayed at all-inclusives before and you haven't seen us at many hotels in our videos, because they tend to be more expensive, especially all-inclusives. But after doing quite a bit of research on like hotels.com and Orbitz, I found this place that was a reasonable price and it got pretty good reviews. Going through the checkout process on Orbitz, it was going to be $347 for the 3 nights. But then I searched for a coupon code and found one for 10% off. So that brought it down to $318. And then I signed up for Orbitz Rewards, which gets you a little bit back in Orbitz cash. So that was another $8 off, bringing the total down to $310. And then, to make the deal a little bit sweeter, we of course paid with it with a travel credit card. And we have a Chase travel credit card that gets us 3% back in points on all travel. And then we take those points and we generally transfer them to Hyatt because that's where we get the best value. And those are worth usually at least 3 cents per point if we spend them wisely. So that's another $28 in value from those points. So we're combining all these hacks. And a third one that we combined is one we've told you about before, and that's Rakuten. It's this thing we use all the time to get cash back on our online purchases. So booking a hotel through Orbitz right now, you can get 3.5% cash back. But it gets even better because if you have an American Express card that earns you membership reward points, you can put that in your Rakuten account and then elect to earn membership reward points, which is actually more valuable than getting the cash back. In fact, it can be significantly more valuable if you redeem those points for flights. We typically redeem them by adding to our Schwab investment account, so that was another $14 for us. Doing all this reward stacking brings the effective total for these 3 nights down to $268, which is under 90 bucks a night for an all-inclusive resort. And to clarify, that includes everything: the cost of the resort, taxes, all meals, all drinks, even some activities here at the resort.
You mentioned Rakuten. For those of you who aren't familiar with what that is, it's basically a plugin that you can add to your browser for free, and it gets you cash back on just about every website there is. So basically on purchases that you would already be making, you're getting additional cash back from those. So if you're not using it, you're kind of just throwing money away, and this is a very easy way to make your online purchases cheaper. We'll put our link to Rakuten down below in the description, and if you use that link, you will get a $10 cash bonus on your first qualifying purchase.
You ready for some pool time?
Pool time! It's hot.
It is muy hot. I'm going the long way. Not bad.
Feels really good.
It does.
It's really hot today. It feels very humid.
It is. It's the Tangerine.
My lifelong dream of swimming up to a bar and ordering a drink has finally come true. I'm so happy.
If you're liking this video so far, we'll have many more videos coming out from the Riviera Maya, so please subscribe to our channel and gong that bell so you get notified when we upload a new video.
I did the back room.
We're grabbing a small bite to eat for lunch because we don't want to fill up too much before dinner, but I got chicken cordon bleu,
And I got
a baguette.
It was a baguette, but without the bread, and they're gonna kind of turn it into a salad for me. It's always a little bit sad when I can't order like the actual menu item, but I've been pleasantly surprised that despite many things being already prepared, because it's kind of a prefix menu, they have accommodated my allergies. They're doing whatever they can to make it work.
I thought that place was decent. 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, once again, 3 out of 5. I'm still very glad that they could accommodate something there. It's a creperie, so the fact that they could make anything for me, I'm very glad about that.
You know what would be
dinner.
great? If they had ice cream. I would love some ice cream right now.
Oh, ice cream with this heat. Oh yeah, that'd be so good.
The beaches in Mexico are actually supposed to be closed right now, but I think they're making an exception for people staying at resorts. This is what we had heard before coming here, and it does look like it's totally open. They have all their chairs out here, all the palapas for shade, and there's hardly anyone out here.
They've clearly cleaned up the seaweed that was on the beach.
There's still some.
Some, but even when you look in the ocean, there's not too much out there. Like, it wouldn't bother me to go out, and I don't like stuff touching me, mysterious stuff touching me in the water.
Yeah,
so.
but this is something that varies a lot week to week, day to day. One day
Yeah.
it'll be horrible, the next day it'll be much better. But it is beautiful out here. It's as if they heard me.
Heladeria!
As it turns out, they just opened. They open at 3 p.m., so we're right on time. Voy a querer vainilla y coco, por favor. Gracias.
This is hitting the spot, but man, it is so hot that this ice cream is melting faster than we can possibly eat it. I'm like,
It's refreshing though.
it is, oh my gosh. Once we finished our ice cream, we looked over and wouldn't you know it, Mike's Cafe was basically right next door. So we went inside here to check it out. And I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that this place would be a full-blown cafe with pastries, sandwiches, tons of coffee drinks, and teas. This place is so cool. Nothing has a price tag. Everything is included. We can order whatever we want for free.
I like this place. Too bad they don't open until 11.
I know, that's crazy.
11 to 11.
For a cafe?
It feels weird going into such a nice cafe and being able to get anything and not having to pay for it. You just
Yeah.
walk out. That's how I touched stores before COVID ever came around.
Yeah, same. That's the strongest pinky ever.
You ready for some bowling, babe?
Oh yeah, I haven't bowled in forever. I'm actually really excited about this, like weirdly excited to bowl.
And there's a bar in the bowling alley.
Bar. Okay, since it had been so long, I asked her not to record because I thought it was gonna be really bad, but I actually got
Strike.
a strike. Yes, that's how long it's been. I don't even know what it's called. I knocked them all down. So we're gonna see how it goes for Jordan.
Right. If I knock this last pin over, I get 175, which would be, I think, one of my best scores ever. Still one of my best scores ever. So bowling was fun.
Yeah, that was exactly as much fun as I was hoping it would be. We were the only people in there. That was great. I'm surprised that for our first round, we both did way better than the second time.
Yeah, my fingers were actually sore by this time the second game started.
And my hands were slippery and my game was off. All of a sudden you're talking about scores and strategy, and if you get this, you get more points, and the strike and the spare and the
And now we have an hour to spare before we're eating at the Mexican dinner joint tonight.
You're still talking in bowling, hour to spare. The more we walk around this place, the more I look around, it's like, this totally looks like an hacienda that you would find in central Mexico with the arched, I don't know.
Arches?
The arches, and the fact that all of these doors are coming up to like a central space where there would normally be a garden, or in this case, fountains. I like it. And it's all tangerine, which is, you know, our favorite thing. I see a storm a brewing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to go join the mariachi?
Mariachi pequeño.
So this menu is kind of cool because both the main course and the appetizers, they have a bunch of different states in Mexico, and they pretty much have one item from many different states, so you get to choose your style of Mexican that you want.
I'm excited about this. We get to choose from Oaxaca, Veracruz, Michoacan, all places that we've been. So I'm very curious to see how close it will be to those places and the food that we find there.
It always means a lot more when you've been to the place.
It does. It really does. Although I feel like we have higher expectations since we've had the authentic food from those places.
Yeah, so
the
it
bar
can
is pretty
spoil
high.
you.
Jordan got a tamal estilo de Veracruz, so Veracruz style tamal. And the great thing about it, I think the best thing about it, is that there's no way to mess this up. There's no tamal leaf on it.
So I don't have to risk biting something I'm not supposed to.
So this is a Oaxacan style watercress salad. I sure am missing Oaxaca. I wish we were there right now. This salad has a little bit of a kick. The dressing is spicy. But actually, I'm a big fan, and this chicken is delicious. And I got a salmon that's the style of the state of Mexico. And I think it's supposed to have tamarind sauce on it. And I just tried one bite and oh my gosh. This might be the most tender salmon I've ever had. So good. So good.
And after a few bites of mine is pretty good. I'm kind of spoiled when it comes to mole because I've had some really great mole in Mexico, but it's good. I'd get it again.
And now it's dessert time. I've got gluten-free cheesecake. So excited! Gluten-free. Well, for the first time since we've gotten to this resort, I am happy to report that that was a 5-star experience for me. I absolutely loved it, including the cheesecake, which was so good. I rarely get to have desserts, and I love that. I got 2. I ended up getting 2.
Yeah, it was super good. I loved it all. The #1 rated restaurant here, we're hoping to try tomorrow. It's open tomorrow night, but it fills up quickly, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a reservation there. We'll see.
Fingers crossed, Lady Luck is on our side. Wow, this has been so much fun so far. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see part 2 of our experiences here at this all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico. But before you go, one more thing. Gong that bell so you get notified when we release that part 2 video.
And we'll see you soon.